I'm Mitch McGuinness. I live 2 hours south of Sydney in a place called Gerringong. Born and bred. I used to be a carpenter and then I started my own business doing property maintenance. Pretty special place, Gerringong. Love it. You can go fishing, diving, surfing. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I decided to go with precision boats. I used to have an old 6 metre offshore. It sort of did the job, but it was a bit light, and so I wanted something a bit more robust. It's 7 metres, 2.5 wide, 6 mil bottom, 5 mil sides. Yeah, and all the ribs are 6 mil. I sort of was thinking around a 6.8 metre, and then we sort of got excited and stretched it to 7. And it's just everything I wanted, really. Reese is unreal, he's easy to work with, helped me out.
So I'm Reese Holbrook and I'm 25 and we're at Precision Boats in Gerringong, New South Wales, which is our workshop where we build plate boats. Yeah, so originally it was going to be a bit more of a budget build. It was just, we we're going to go 6.8, but then we stretched it to 7. And then, we literally, like with my ideas and Mitch's and a few other people around here, we come up with what Mitch's was there. And originally it wasn't going to be painted, but the more we went into it, then Mitch just pretty much went all out on it and paint and went all the U-deck and everything, So everything was done locally. So we got a painter called Rob down in Nowra. He painted the boat, he does a really nice job. And then the motor was all done by South Coast Suzuki Marine up in Albion Park, which is only 20 minutes away. And then, we had a local guy, Mitch, come and wire all the boat up, just in the shop. Well, all these hulls are designed extremely strong by our naval architect. They're all like, pretty much the thinnest we go on the bottom in our small boats, our 4.9s are 5 mil bottom, and then the 6 metre and 7 metre are all 6 mil bottom, 4 mil sides, so all the ribs are 6 mil, and in the tiller, all the ribs are 5 mil as well, which just makes them indestructible.
I was sort of a bit worried with weight. I didn't want it any more than 3 tonne. Because I got a D-Max, I didn't really want to upgrade to a truck. So we made it to suit around the 3 tonne with fuel. I've got 2 separate tanks, 225 litres each tank, so 450 litres. And it's got the chines and a double chine, so that makes it more stable. And in a follow-on sea, it's unreal. It doesn't do anything like too funny or anything. And you can, get to A to B pretty quick in a pretty ordinary sea. Like, it rides really well, comfortable, you're dry. Yeah, I've had a few people ask about the boat, but a lot of people blow out at the trailer. It's just, I don't think you'd see too many trailers like it. It's just crazy, really.
Yeah, so every trailer we do these days, we pretty much fit a boat catch to them. Just that they're just so good, makes it so easy to launch and retrieve. And we rig them up with a wire trace that runs right down to the guard. So launching, no one's got to get out of the car. You've literally just got to put the boat in gear and get your gaff and pull the cable up the side, and then straight off the throttle and you're straight off. So all our boats, obviously because I'm a fisherman as well, they're all built very practical to fish out of, good gunnel heights, and you can get your feet pretty much around everything. And there's rod racks where they should be, and massive livey tanks. Like pretty much most boats have got a livey tank at least 100 litres, which so you can keep enough slimies in there for marlin season and that.
Oh, there's just that much room. It makes it easy to store things, and then at the back you got pretty big gunnels for gaffs and stuff like that. And I've got 2 big gill tanks as well, and they're pretty awesome actually, really good. And then Reese sort of put a little bit of a gutter in it, and it's got a drain hole too, so any water that tries to go in there goes out the gutter. Then I've also got a 100 litre live bait tank with 2 recessed slimy tubes. Reese come up with a mad idea to recess a pie warmer in there. It's pretty good. I've also got a 40 litre Dometic fridge on a slide, which is really good. It keeps your cold drinks clean and your food, which is unreal. That slides out underneath the seat. And then you go into the dash. I've got 2 Simrad NS12s. They're interlocked with a autopilot, and I've got a Simrad radio, and then I'm running two 175, a high and a low transducers through holes. Yeah, and I've also got a Fusion stereo system in it, radio and Bluetooth. Then I've got hella lights, so I've got a spotlight, deck light, gunnel lights, cabin lights. Yeah, it's unreal. And then we come up with another idea as well, because we're a launch at our local place at Boat Harbour. It's really hard to get up into the boat, especially with a big 20-degree dead rise. So Reese come up with a mad idea with this ladder that you can fold down to get up. That's pretty good. And I've also up the front got a electric anchor. That makes it pretty easy too. I went with the 250 Suzuki because I had a 140 on my old boat. Never let me down, so I sort of stuck with the Suzuki. Really good. I could have went with a 300, but I don't think it needs it. It's not underpowered. With the fuel, it's hard to gauge because I see how many litres I use, but it depends on weather and how hard you want to drive it. So on an average tune a day, you're looking at about 140 litres up to about 185 litres. It all depends on weather, current. Once again, how hard you want to drive it. Obviously, if you're going to drive it hard, you're going to dump a bit. But yeah, it's pretty, for that size of a motor, it's pretty economical, really. Yeah, so when chasing a tuna, I've got a fair few good mates. We all talk to each other and they talk to other people. You go on rip charts, that gives you, a bit of a sign where the slack water is or the zero line. But yeah, you need a lot of things to line up. If you're chasing, big bluefin and yellowfin, if there's only two of us in the boat, I'll pull it back to 4 Shimano Tiagras, 50 LRSs, with a couple of them with 37 kilo on them, the other one's 24. Then I usually put out a JB lure or a tuna terror down the shotgun, down the middle, and then I like running the Pro Fidgis. They work really well as well. And then obviously you have your stick baiting gear ready up the front, and I also carry pilchers for Cuban as well.
That whole thing was pretty much designed for stick baiting for yellowfin and that. That's why it's sort of got the yellowfin in the sea deck there. So we curved it so basically you can sort of fan cast whatever you have to do. Yeah, or wherever you pull up, you can lean against it. And we just put some rod holders in it too, so you can keep your stick baiting rod up there, so you don't have to walk around the cab with it on you. With Macca's boat, we made that cab a little bit narrower, just so there was plenty of walking around room to get to that casting deck up the front. Because yeah, obviously you don't want it too narrow, so you can, if you have to, jump up there as quick as you can. Because yeah, sometimes it's a matter of seconds. We've travelled from Gerringong to Narooma, and then we've just put in, we're going to go out through the bar and then head out to about 1,000 fathoms where the zero line is, and hopefully find a few fish. It was a bit slow yesterday, but it is tuna fishing. The water's pushed a little bit south, so hopefully we'll be in the right area today. Yeah, we're going to head out here, out over the shelf. Out around this 1,000 fathom line, pretty much straight east of Narooma, and then we'll push south, follow that water. Yeah, we went out yesterday and everything was lining up. The weather was unreal, water looked, found some temp breaks, got out there was birds bombing, bait on the sounder. Everything was lining up, and then it sort of was a bit slow on the radio, and we pushed out a bit wider. And this one's going in the long rigger. Then we managed to get 2 albacore, which was good. At least we got a feed, but there was only a couple of yellowfin out of a swag of boats out there, but I think we did well for what we got. When the tuna come on, it's just with our mates and that, it's absolute tuna madness. Nice albacore! We all love it. Like, you'll travel 4 hours down the coast up to Sydney, it's chaos. Boats everywhere. You're fueling up, there's cars, boats going, crazy, bipping, waiting at the ramp, foggy, freezing cold, 2 degrees.
I like when I jump in the boat, you sort of forget about everything really, and you're in the zone, and it's awesome with your mates. Like if you're out there and you see mates get a fish or I get a fish and your mates are happy for you, and then you come back, have a beer, and you're cleaning fish, and you give your neighbours some fish, your mates, and then like you fill your freezer, and it's unreal for your family as well. You're eating healthy fish. Yeah, I just love it really. Yeah.